everyone, I am Devi from SICAP Institute of Engineering and Technology. Today we'll be looking at the web service security, which is very much important. How do we provide the security for the web pages? The first topic is token types. Here it is going to address how do we make sure that the messages that are being sent from the client to the server and server to the client are secure. So they are using these tokens. So these security tokens, they are used to communicate, especially for this XML element. So what it is going to provide is, it is going to provide the syntax and processing rules, and they are going to create these digital signatures using these XML encryption standards. So what this security is going to do is, so you can see here there is a security element. So it is going to include the tokens, what is the key, what is the signature, timestamps, and the meta information that is being exchanged. Right, now we'll go with an example how it is being exchanged. Now you can see in this example the username that is being provided the token. So you provide the username, you provide the password, and the nonce value is being created for every username. Now anytime you log in into the web page, so usually they ask your sign up procedure, which is following with the email id and then the password, followed with the two-way verification in case you have been authenticating it twice, and after that you are generated an otp and then it is being verified. So this is how the message exchange is being carried out. Now you can see here the security element has been there, where it is been using the binary security token. You can see here X.509 version 3 ticket is being used, and also you can see that a base 64 binary is being used to encode the data that is being exchanged. So whenever the user is trying to log in, right, with the username and the password, so this is how the information is being exchanged between the client. It is going to authenticate this client using this token. So these tokens are very helpful, and this X.509, as we have seen in the third module, so this is being used to exchange and verify user every time from which particular system he has been logging, whether he is an authentic user or not. The next one, moving, we can see the xml encryption. So encryption, this is being developed by W3C in 2002. It is going to represent the encrypted data and the keys used for encryption. So whenever you send the data, that is xml elements, using especially we are using the soap to send the objects and all. So whenever you are sending, so we have to make sure the data is being encrypted, right? So and also whenever the encryption is done, then we make sure how the keys are also being exchanged, right? So we need to make sure how this is being done, right? So this is being done either for entire document, or it is an xml element within the document, or the content of the xml. So what content you want to exchange, so based on that the security is being provided. So whenever the elements are being exchanged, or I can say the messages are being exchanged, as I said, the soap is having the head and the body. So within this one, the exchange of the elements takes place. Now you can see here there is an encrypted data which is used to specify the encrypted data that is within the soap messages, and also it is providing the which type of encryption algorithm is being used, right, to process that one. The next one, you can see the cipher value. Cipher value is saying us what exactly the cipher text is being generated for each of the encrypted element. Then you can see that encrypted key. So all of us know that we are using the keys, that is a symmetric key and asymmetric key encryption, where the keys are either previously shared or they are being shared over the network. Now this encrypted key is being saying that either if the key is previously shared, that means pre-shared, or you are going to share it, you have to make sure that key is being that value is being added in this encrypted key. If they want to go for any other new key, that is the session key they want to send it, they have to send it in the encrypted form under this encrypted key. Now whenever you are being using these segment, that is messages are being sent or the messages are being exchanged using this encryption and all, at that time they are going to use this reference list so that they can refer that yes, which key is being used for the encryption. So if you usually remember, whenever we are sending the messages, we are encrypting this one, let us assume with the public key, and meanwhile even this is again encrypted with the session key. Now the user has to make this reference list that it is been first encrypted using the session key and then encrypted using the public key. So this is being provided in the reference list, and this key info is providing us the or I can say it is identifying the key that is used to encrypt this one, right? So this is how they are been using this XML encryption method for the exchange of the datas. Moving on to the next one is the XML signature. So it is going to specify the syntax for the signature and signature key, which is going to provide the rich set of the option for assigning any XML document. So either what way we have to sign that one, or we have to use is there any hash value, what hash value they have been using it, and if I sign any document, then what is the method I am going to use that one, which algorithm I am going to use this one. So that all is being done in this one XML signatures, right? I can say this one is very simple. Example is how to identify a fake web pages. So these all methods are very useful in identifying the fake web pages. So what they are trying to do is they are using a method called what is that canonicalization, where it is been providing us the signature, where the document, the SOAP document uh, is being encrypted using the signed info, signature value and key info. Within this signed info, it is going to provide us which algorithm is being used and also which signature algorithm is being used, right? So we know that algorithm for encryption is RSA, and to provide any signature we are using SHA algorithm. So total, when the signature comes, the MAC value is being generated, right? Then we are being having the signature value. So it is going to contain, signature value is nothing but it is your digital signature what we are going to have it, right? So in the signature element, it is going to provide the signed info and what signature is being used. And in this key info, the third one, it is providing us the reference to that key material so that we can identify the signature at the receiver end. So this is usually done using the X.509 certificate. So simple, if I have to say, that means when there is a client and the server, right? Now the client and the server have to authenticate each other using the messages. So I have to make sure that this is a authorized client, it is being sent to the server, and I need to verify this server using the web applications. Then we are using these XML signatures. And also to identify a fake website, right? We are going through the as you know that there are lots of website being created. So these all tokens and XML encryption and also these signatures are helping us to identify which is the fake websites and all. Okay, hope the concepts are clear for you people. Thank you.